What's going on, guys? Babs here. Going to do a different kind of video for you, and this one is in regards to spin and why some shots, given the situation, the shot to the hole and the wind, may or may not require a full backspin shot. So I'm going to hit two different types of shot here. We're in practice mode. We're on 12 green. And I'm going to play this as if I would be hitting a relatively close to full backspin shot on this hole. And kind of show you guys what happens with different spins. So you see we landed 207 and it rolled off the green. And that's with a relatively going for the hole type of number. Now, if I was to increase that spin a little bit up more, then we might give ourselves an opportunity for a different kind of result if we throw it long, like that. So you see, instead of 207, I threw it 212, just by that little bit of spin. So that's one option to be able to play a shot like this. Another option is you can go ahead and use that same club, except you can use a half spin shot and dumb it down a little bit, so to speak, like in this manner. Same concept. But this time I landed at the flag and it stays put. It doesn't roll 7 yards back. So that's two different variations of learning how to use the spin to create different types of shots. These shots don't always require you to go for the hole. You can throw it a little long if you know the slope of the green and how it's supposed to direct the ball back towards the hole. As you saw in my second shot, I threw it 212 and it rolled back down towards the hole. So utilize the spins and what you chart to your advantage, and it'll help you create better opportunities for shots like this. All right, next hole, we are on Chambers number 9. Comes up a lot in best of par 3. And just, one of those holes that's tricky for some people. But we'll show you two different instances of a shot in this situation. So they both involve the 6-iron. So one shot is not full backspin, but slightly tick off a full backspin. And we'll give you an idea of what happens here. So slightly tick off, throw it slightly long, 212, and it lands on this hill right here. And this hill is there for you to use. As you can see, I put the vertical dots on, and the dots are flowing from back to front. You put the horizontal dots on, and they're flowing left to right. So essentially, the putt is moving in two different directions. It's moving this way, and it's moving this way. And they all cross-section towards the hole. So that allows you to use that particular type of shot if you're comfortable with that manner. If you don't want to hit a relatively full backspin shot, again, you can use a half spin shot and dumb the power down just a slight tad bit. Same misting, nothing crazy. And this time, instead of throwing it long and rolling it back down towards the hole, I can land it directly at the hole for 218. So again, extreme downhill shot, two different manners in which to attack this hole. And that way you can put yourself in a position to make a birdie. All right, so now we are on hole number 7, Pebble Beach. Pretty strong headwind. This is another one of those best of par 3 situations. So got a couple of options here. You can hit a sand wedge, or you can hit a punch 9-iron. And we're just going to kind of show you both to show you, one over the other. If you feel comfortable, you can kind of utilize this to your advantage into your shot repertoire. So this is punch 9-iron. Lands 109, rolls back 1 yard, consistent, good shot, not too crazy. You can also hit a sand wedge, and you can hit a topspin sand wedge like so. And we'll utilize the same amount of aim, but this way you can force the ball to go forward. See, lands 109 but rolls forward because I put some top spin on it. And that way it'll cut through the wind, and you can allow yourself to create more opportunities for which shot you want to choose given what the situation is presenting to you. All right, here we have a fairway example. We did a couple of tee shot examples. Now we're on hole number 6, par 5, PGA. And so we're looking at this shot. Got a little bit of a tailwind, so we don't want to go too far to the right because, as you can see, it slopes down there in the gully area. So, and looking at this, we could create 3 different types of shots. 2 of them are with the 5-iron, and 1 of them is with the 4-iron. So the 2 shots with the 5-iron could be a full shot, which I'll show you right here. You can get a slightly off-spin 5-iron, land it 1 yard short, which, you know, is a good shot, reliable shot. Makes for a nice little birdie. You could also hit kind of a dumbed down half spin shot 5-iron, like so, and just bring the power down slightly. Same concept, slight misting. Lands 1 yard long, still in the ballpark. Could have maybe taken a little power off or maybe added a little more spin. Or you could hit a full backspin 4-iron punch and leave yourself with a pretty decent shot as well. So hit a punch, land it 168, and roll it 4 yards forward. By utilizing the slope of the green to your advantage, you can actually play a punch and release it towards the hole. So using those 3 different shots shows you that there's more than one way to attack a hole, depending on what you're comfortable with. But it's just a matter of you finding out what your style of play is and what shot works best for you and how you'd like to approach a particular situation like this. All right, so here we are on number 2, St. Andrews, and we're going to do a headwind. And then I'm going to try and restart and get number 2 again for a tailwind and show you guys how to do both. So this headwind situation, obviously, you know, this green slopes front to back. You know, we want to land it short. You can't really go long for the hole. Otherwise, it's going to, you know, roll away. So the idea is that with this green right here, you know, this is all high, and then it's moving this way. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to go for the flag and then roll the ball away and have a 20-something, 30-foot putt. So what we want to do is the strategy behind this shot is to land the ball here and let it feed towards the hole. But you need the right amount of spin and power in order to achieve that. So if I can get rid of that, that'd be beautiful. So right here, I have basically my yardage to the flag is roughly 142, 143 yards, which is a full 8-iron. But that's to the flag itself. I don't want to go straight to the flag. So I'm going to take some power off, land it high. That way it'll feed towards the hole. So let's get our aim. Actually, let's leave the flag in play. Well, we don't need the flag. And show you that instead of a full 8-iron, I'm going to take power off so that I can land it short. Let the wind do its thing. The ball comes in, lands on top of the hill, and then as you can see, it feeds down towards the hole. And that's the manner in which you want to do. So it's 134 to the hole. I landed at 132 and it rolled 7 yards. And now you have an 8-9 foot putt. And so you learn to utilize this slope up here to your advantage, that you don't need to actually go for the hole per se. You just need to land it on top, allow the wind to do its job, and then allow the slope of the green to help you out. and we'll do it again. So again, land that 129. But because we're on 12 greens, it's going to roll down towards the hill. It's not going to stay up here. If you're on slower greens, then yes, you would definitely end up staying up there. But that's in particularly how you play this hole with a headwind shot. And now we're going to show you how to play it with a tailwind shot. All right, final hole we got here is St. Andrews number 2. I know it's a lot of people's favorite hole. So if we were to calculate this shot right here, we would get roughly, I would get a full spin sand wedge. But you have to keep in mind the shape of this green. As you can see, it slopes front to back, which, you know, it's a difficult hole, but it's a matter of utilizing the situation to your advantage. So this is all uphill, and then the whole thing slopes down this way, and it's a pretty steep slope. So in this situation, you have to ask yourself, strong tailwind. What I want to do is land it on top of this hill and let it skirt down towards the hole. But how do I do that? So what needs to happen is, and this is one of the few situations where you actually do it, is you put spin on your sand wedge. I usually put like quarter spin, maybe 30 something percent, and utilize the front of the screen to your advantage. And now when I hit that full sand wedge, you'll see it lands 105. And goes in the hole. But that's the strategy behind that kind of shot, is that you take your wedge and you add spin to it. Because we're on 12 greens, land it short and let the slope of the green feed it towards the hole to work to your advantage. So hope you guys enjoyed this video with spin, no spin, different types of spin. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see y'all soon. Take care.